All right. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, good evening, good day to all the beings, nature, and everyone anywhere in the world. Welcome to the Mama Africa show for Africans in the diaspora, USA, Europe, Asia, wherever you are. We bring something beautiful. Talking about our strive, thrive, hustle in the diaspora. This show comes to you every Friday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. live on YouTube. Our goal is to build, reignite, and reinvigorate each other in the diaspora and beyond. My name is Anna Mwalago, aka Mama Africa, and I'm happy, blessed to be on the mic with you today. Today we have a show that is hot like fire. I will say like pepper soup. Hey, we discuss with our guest. I have a very wonderful guest here in the studio with me, CY. None other than CY, my brother from Nigeria, Calabar. Hey.
We don't have the clap effect.
And we are going to talk to CY. We're going to ask CY, how did you make it in America? What is the wahala and the troubles of living in the USA? How did we survive? How are you striving? What are the challenges? We will also introduce new diaspora music from my sister, Tumid, coming all the way from Nigeria, Canada, and now in the United States of America. And of course, we have the mother tongue section where we speak in our mother tongue. So CY, because you are our guest, I want you to speak in your mother tongue. Give me at least 2 proverbs sharing something that we can talk about what our mother said in, Jesus spoke in parables. Proverbs are parables. I want to hear them. And last but not least, we're going to talk about news around the world. Of course, there's been a lot going on around the world. So without much further ado, we're getting ready for the show.
That don't mean I'm dumb. And see, yes, comprende English because I probably speak and know more English.
All right. For those who live maybe even under the rock, you know that Trump was found guilty on all 34 felony counts in the New York hash money case. He vows to appeal. The orange man say, I'm going to appeal, but he has to wait until until the sentencing. And the sentencing is on July 11th. Yeah. So, I cannot say anything more about the hash money. I cannot even talk about the orange man. All I can say is the first time a U.S. president has been tried and convicted. There you go.
For felony.
Exactly. And then, of course, we have in Mexico. Mexico prepares to elect its first woman president. May 31st. Mexicans head to the polls on Sunday in a historic presidential election in which the 2 main candidates are women, ushering in a new political era for Latin America's second largest economy. Then we go to South Africa. Oh, Lord. The ANC party. South Africa, Ramaphosa badly weakened by the ANC election slump. You know what's going on there. Things have gone haywire. ANC used to be the main party, but now may seem that, the house is divided. So we're going to hear what is going to happen because they just had their election. Last but not least, Jennifer Lopez cancels summer tour to spend time with her children, family, and close friends. And
is it the husband or their roommates now?
I don't even. That is another hal I do not like to talk about.
Don't you have any news from Nigeria?
Give me some news from Nigeria now.
You've not heard that they've changed our national anthem because they said the old national anthem is the problem. That's why we're having problems.
Are you serious? No, for real?
Yes.
So which one will this be? Give me the test of this.
They said once we start singing this new national anthem, kidnapping will stop. When the kidnappers and Boko Haram hear this thing in the bush, they will start releasing all the
Wow.
Yeah.
A song can change everything.
Well, let's hope.
We are not going to say much, but listen, Siwa has started it, so there is more from Siwa, and so we're going to take this music interlude and back with Siwa so he can tell us more about this national anthem of Nigeria that's going to make magic happen.
Exactly.
I have my new songs out there, and there's one song, Asante, that has been, doing well, and I want you to continue supporting it. So please go to my YouTube page.com, youtube.com/Mama Africa Anna. And I know these people, they listen, but they don't subscribe. You know that? And so please go and subscribe to my YouTube page, because it's not only about music, it's about the show. It's about comedy. It's about poetry. So please go to my YouTube page, Mama Africa Anna. And this is our new song, or the new song I did with my band, Afro Floetry Band. This one is Asante.
What does Asante mean?
Asante, well, Asante means thank you. And as of course, Asante, this song is in Swahili. And this song is about thanking God, because sometimes we forget how blessed we are, And something I was meditating the other day, and then I realized the guy was saying in the meditation, know that wherever you are, somebody somewhere wishes for your life. You might be looking at yourself, CY, and thinking my life is a mess. But someone want to be CY. Somebody want to be CY out there.
I agree. 100%.
Somebody want to be Anna Mwalago. And me, I'm here telling myself, this is, what am I doing?
Complaining of all the bills.
Yes. So that gave me perspective. I realized we have to be thankful. We have to be grateful every day of our lives. So this one is Asante.
Wewe ni Mungu Baba, twatoa shukrani kwa uhai wetu, ndio maana tunasema wewe ni Baba yetu. Twasema asante kwa mema yote, ewe Baba, umetufariji na upendo wako, ewe Baba. Twasema tunasema wewe ni mama yetu, twatoa shukrani kwa maisha yetu, ndio maana tunasema wewe Muumba yote. Twasema asante kwa mema yote, ewe Baba, umetufariji na mema yote, ewe Baba. Twasema asante, asante. Twasema asante Mungu Baba, asante. Twasema asante, asante. Twaruka asante, twaruka asante. Twaimba asante, asante. Twaimba asante, imba asante. Tumshukuru Mwenyezi Mungu kwa yote aliyotupa. Unajua wanasema Mungu sio athumani, ni kweli. Mungu si mwanamume wala mwanamke. Mungu ni upendo, ni imani, ni amani. Mungu anapatikana katika dini zote. Iwe Muislamu, Mkristo, Mhindi, Mungu yuko. Hata dini zetu za kitambo Mungu yuko pale. Manake Mungu pia ndio yule aliyeumba kila kitu. Alituumba sisi, akaumba wanyama, akaumba mbingu na nchi. Tumpe Mungu shukrani. Asante.
All right, that is Asante by the only, one and only Mama Africa Anna. And I just thank God for giving me the wisdom to write that song because, you know, as I was saying earlier, sometimes you just sit back and think, I'm blessed, you know. Yes, not everything is going the way I want to go. There are many things I may want. But can I look back and say, you know what? You've given me food, shelter, clothing, talent, you know, so much. So there's so much for us to be grateful for. And they say, when praises go up, blessings come down.
Nigerian pastors will say, when you thank God, your tank will be full.
I like that one. When you tank good, your tank will be full.
You know, we own the game.
Yeah.
we come up with all crazy stuff to take money from you.
Yes. Oh, I tell you, man. Oh, so you know this song is talking about, you know, God is not a man or a woman. They say God is not a respecter of man. Have you heard that one?
Of course.
It's in the Bible.
I know.
Yes. So with that being said, we are saying God is not. If a man is looking at you and, you know, have a grudge, God does not keep grudges.
And
so,
you know, there's another one they say what God cannot do does not exist.
Exactly.
And I always ask them, God cannot steal, right? So I think there are some things God cannot do.
Oh, see why you are putting God on fire today. God is the number one.
Yep.
So we thank God actually for this day for sure. And see why you're going to start, you know, I have so much to say about you, but I can first start with your biography and say, you know, you are a man from Cross River State in Nigeria.
Exactly.
The capital city is Calabar.
People
from Calabar have history. There's something.
How did you know that, Anna? How did you know?
All these books I read about the Calabar.
Wow.
Calabar. Something going on in Calabar. That's why I want to. Before even I ask you about, because my first question is tell me about your life in Calabar. But before that, Siwa is a comedian. He is a performing artist, an actor. He is also a musician, a singer. And actually, CY, I am blessed to be, when you see me in places performing, doing comedy with CY, it's because CY brought me on stage, you know, so that I'm not only with Kenyans. CY has introduced me to the African, you know, I mean, the Nigerian community.
Audience, and
Ghanaians. And I think this is my friend. He's my friend for life. Yeah. And CY has not only been performing in the US, but also he started in Nigeria and, you know, traveled all over Africa, even in the UK with his comedy. He has a one-person show, if I may say, or
I do my special. Yes. I have my special,
which was sold out in the Nigeria and also sold out here in the US. I was part of that show. Yeah. And I mean, Siwa, you are also an MC, man.
Exactly. Yeah. You have to survive.
Yes. And the way you have been making us laugh in the studio right now, please, hire this man. So tell me about your life in Calabar. Welcome to the show, CY.
Thank you very much, Anna, man. Yeah, everybody. Anna is a wonderful friend and a sister, I'll call her. And listen, you have to, first of all, tune into this show. This is the hottest show in the DMV right now.
Yes. You know.
So growing up in Calabar was very interesting because that was where I kind of like learned, you know, I would say I figured I would be in the art, but I didn't really know what it would turn out to be because I knew I was always that's where entertainment is, most especially in my place. We're very funny people.
So people from Calabar, they have the gene of entertainment.
Exactly. You know, most comic characters in movies, you know, I would say are from my place.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
Wow.
So, I mean, generally when we talk, people laugh
Yes.
because we have this funny accent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not only the accent, but you have a sense of humor.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
So,
Mhm.
so that was, I would say that was where I picked up I wouldn't say comedy, but art, because
Uh-huh.
I started dancing. You
Oh,
know, that was before I even went into study theater.
Yes.
You know, discovered. I knew I wanted to do art, but I didn't know how it was going to come
I did
about.
not know you are a dancer. What dance do you do?
Or
I
any
would
kind
like
of
to-
dance.
eh,
Any kind of dance.
African dance,
Trust me.
hip hop.
Hip hop.
You can be Michael
Afri-
Jackson in 5 minutes right now.
I can do the moonwalk. I can. Which
Hey!
other one
Uh-huh.
I would do? But you know, age is telling.
Yes, age is
before
telling.
we start hearing bones crack in places.
Yes, yes, yes.
So Calabar is I think it's one of the most beautiful states
Yeah.
in Nigeria.
Oh wow.
Yes, that's they have oil.
Uh-huh.
That's where you have oil. Exactly.
Wow.
you
So
know.
Calabar, even how you spell it is with they start with a K or a C.
It's a C.
C.
Calabar.
ABAR, Calabar. When somebody say they are from Calabar, it is authenticity all of it. The name even has authenticity. It's true. I'm not joking.
It's very strong.
Yes, a very strong
Calabar.
name. Calabar. The people from Calabar. Now, let me ask you, in Calabar, there is, of course, I don't want to be like, people who have lived in America and never traveled. They ask you, do you have roads in Calabar? I know. I know. Tell me, is there village life and city life?
Oh, yes.
Uh-huh.
So we have the village life, which I also grew up partly in the village.
Yes.
Because I lived with, I grew up with one of my aunts in the village, and also I grew up in the city.
Yes.
With also a family member. So it was, so they have the village and the city part of
And
it.
the city part of it.
Yep.
I always tell people, I say when I came to America, I got what is called a trauma. I have a water trauma. You know what water trauma?
No.
Water trauma. I'll explain why I have water trauma. Back in Nairobi, we had water shortage.
Oh.
When water come only Monday and Friday. Now you have this other time there is no water, big. Now you have to, if you have tank, you have to bring the tank, you have to fill water.
Fill your tank.
Now, and water, sometimes you don't have the money for to buy all this water because now the water that comes you have to buy.
Yeah.
Now your mother is telling you, those yellow buckets, the one that say, the water you have taken, you use that water to shower. Use that water to wash your hair.
Exactly.
That soap water, the one you shower it.
You use it to, you understand?
Yes.
Number 2.
Yes, and it is the same water to flush the toilet.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Now when I came to America, water no
Everywhere.
get no enemy.
Hey.
See why I shower twice a day every day. That's my water trauma. And I stayed there 10 minutes because it's like I cannot believe there is water non-stop.
But I hope you know the bill is coming.
The bill don't matter.
As long as the water comes, right?
As long as the water comes. So those are the issues we are going to talk about. Did you ever think of coming to America?
Honestly, I didn't think I was going to live in America. I mean, I thought of, I always wanted to travel here.
Yes.
But never thought of living here.
Oh, really?
Yes. Because for me, in Nigeria, we kind of like, if you notice, Nigerians are people that we're ahead. Always ahead.
Yes.
So we are already living the American life in Nigeria.
Yes.
That's why you see a Nigerian will speak a British and American accent in one sentence.
Yes.
And you mix it up.
Yes.
You say, you want a Ghana in it.
What is that? Yes.
Like they mix two accents in one. Because
and the man has never even stepped.
He's never crossed. A friend of mine actually traveled. He went to Cameroon, a neighboring country, and came back with an American accent.
How now?
And we're like, they actually speak French in this place, and you came back with it. He's like, yeah, you know, man, yeah, I just came back, that's what's up, man.
Oh my goodness! And is that being behind or is it being ahead? Because I think it's being behind, man.
That's
when we
ahead.
go and ape everybody, we like to ape Americans, but we don't like ourselves. That's not being ahead. It's being behind.
We go ahead to learn this culture.
And
we
then
watch the movies.
Yes.
We learn all these things, and then we bring it back. So we all a lot of us already knew about a
Yes.
friend. And I have a friend who actually knows almost all the cities and streets in the UK, but he's never been to the UK.
That is his imagination, illusion, and dream to be one day there.
You understand?
Yes.
So
what is the point of him knowing all this and not traveling? Or is he dreaming that one day he will get there?
he uses it to woo girls. See, I've been to Cambridge, you know, in it. So and the girl was like, oh my god.
I hope you are not one of those people.
Nah.
I hope you are. So when you found yourself now, you are here living in America. How? I mean, did you miss home? At part of you know, we have what we call culture shocks. Tell me about yours.
Oh, my first culture shock was yes, I remember, because we call biscuits.
Yes.
What you call biscuit here is different from what we call biscuits back home.
Yes.
So I remember coming here and I wanted to eat, you know what, biscuits.
Yes.
And I went into 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
And I was looking around. Then I couldn't find. Of course, you know you can't find it.
Yes.
And I walked up to the cashier, the lady.
Yeah.
I'm like, sorry, I want to buy biscuits. And I was like, biscuits? And he was looking at me. I said, yes, biscuits. 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 He was like, biscuit, no biscuits. Then he now pointed across the road. We have Popeyes there. And I was like, oh, okay, that's what. And I went there and I told her, I said, I need biscuits. And they brought this thing that looks like cake for me.
Yes.
I was like, what nonsense is this?
This.
I went back to the guy. I said, sir, I said I want biscuits. Biscuits. He said, oh, cookies.
Cookies, yes. Ooh-wee.
So that was one of my experience, culture shock. And
Yes.
then crossing the road here,
Oh.
you know, you have to press the button.
Yes.
You know how we cross the road back home?
Yes.
You
Yeah.
look left, look right, and you run.
Yes.
Even when there's what you call the pedestrian crossing here.
Yes.
You know, we call it zebra crossing.
Zebra
back home.
crossing, yes.
You know, one of the experiences I had, I remember the first time I came and visited and went back.
Yes.
So I came here and I wanted to cross the road. And I was waiting. Someone was saying, just press the button, they'll stop. I'm like, really? And I tried it, I pressed, and the car stopped, and I crossed. I came back again. I crossed again. The guy said, it's okay, you're done crossing. I said, it's not your cross. Let me cross my cross, please. And I came. And you know, when I went back home, I said, let me try this in my country. I went to a pedestrian crossing.
Yes.
And I put my foot on it, hoping that the cars would stop. As I was walking by, a car flung by. Fia, he said, you will die. I will kill you for nothing.
Wow. Because it's not the same.
Because it's not.
It's not the same, my
so-
brother. So those are what we call culture shows. Me, there's a friend of mine who was making a joke and saying, you know, he came when it was winter. Cold. And when you talked about 7-Eleven, I remember he was so cold. He went in the 7-Eleven. I don't know what he was looking for. He saw antifreeze. He said,
Antifreeze.
I said, you are joking. You are joking. Antifreeze. He said, I was about to drink that whole thing down. He said, no, ma'am. No. I said, welcome to America. Or the other guy who was telling me another day that when I came to America, I felt like a very important person, VIP. Because when I just about to get to the mall, the door just opened for me. Wow. You know? I said, you guys are joking. But you see, those culture shocks that we experience are good because they make you think you can go home and change things, you know? You start thinking, why don't we have these things in our country? Do you feel like that?
Yeah, but I agree, but there are some we shouldn't take back home.
Yes.
Because culturally, it won't work for us. For example, you know, it's not in our culture to buy flowers. I came to this country and, you know, they say I have to buy flowers. The only flower you can buy for me that I appreciate is the one that I can use to cook soup that will benefit my...
Because that word flower.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you know, these flowers are expensive.
Yes.
$150 flower.
Yes.
For flowers that would die?
Yes.
No, give me the money.
Give me the money. And then even the confusion, there is flour. As we don't call, the one for cooking fufu is flour. But here it is also flour.
Exactly.
So flour, which flour do you want now?
Then they say, another one is, you know, here in America, you say you go on romantic dates, you do candle. That's trauma for me. I've been using candle all my life. There's no electricity.
That's it. That's your trauma. I told you, we all have traumas. You don't even want to see a candle close to you. It reminds you of
candle days,
blackouts.
we put up all the lights.
Yes.
I've been seeing this all my life.
Yes.
I've been seeing this candle.
Candle. And it
Put
is,
on the light on the candle. Let's eat.
Yes, please.
And then they say, close your eyes, open your mouth. No, I've seen too much darkness. I want to open my eyes and see.
Siwa. So Siwa, let me ask you, when did you realize that this is what you're meant to do? You're meant to be a comedian, a performing artist, a musician. Because I know even when you're growing up, your parents or your uncles or somebody was telling you, I beg, stop this nonsense.
Listen, it was a battle because I remember two of my uncles were, one practically told me, he said, is this what you want to do? I said, yes. He said, oh my God. He said, we have wasted money. I said, what do you mean? He said, which bank will hire a comedian? You go inside the bank. I said, but must I work? Because you know, Africans, the profession we push or we actually acknowledge.
Yes.
It's either you're a banker, you're an engineer, you're a doctor, you're what again? You know?
You're a teacher.
A teacher.
Yes.
And even teachers.
Even teachers sometimes. You have to be a professor.
Exactly.
You have to be don't not just any teacher like this.
You just come up and say, I want to be a comedian.
Yes.
My uncle said, which bank is going to hire you? Which hospital? Oh, you just go into the hospital and be cracking jokes. I said, no, we have. He said, very soon you return to the village.
Wow. But you see, there is what we call when you are persistent in your craft.
Yep.
So what made you become so persistent? You are like, you know what? I'm not going to end this.
I think it was the fact that I actually knew what I wanted to do. I think from I knew I wanted to be in the arts, but I didn't really know how to go about it. So when I finished high school, which you call secondary school back home.
Yes.
And, you know, I was looking around for what to do.
Yes.
And then I overheard a neighbor of mine say, that he's doing theater arts. I'm like, theater, yeah. That word sounds like, I'm like, okay, what do you do? Like, it's like acting. And I was like, this is what I want to do.
Yes.
He said, because he just got the admission, he now told me what to do, how to apply to get to the school, and I wrote the exams, and I was in school. I was like, wow. And you know, I got into the arts, and it was like air for me.
Yes.
Because when I got into the theater, I just saw people on stage.
Yes.
It's like I just came alive.
You knew because immediately you do something you love. It's not work anymore.
Exactly.
It is not work anymore. It is, and that's even though we go through a lot of wahala, especially, and my next question is that now you're in the United States, you're pursuing your craft. What are the challenges of this craft, you know? What have you encountered that will say, you know, man, that sometimes even, I don't want to say make you give up, but you're like, my uncle was right. But no, I'll keep pursuing it.
Say my uncle was right. I think one of the challenges we have is that most especially coming from our own people, we still have not come into accepting, you know, comedy as a profession.
Yes, true.
We still have not. We still think it's a side hustle.
Yes.
You know, we think it's something that you're just doing it to pass time.
Yes.
That's why you put up shows. People are like saying, why should I pay this amount of money to come or some people will like, I'm having an event. Can you just come and entertain my guests.
Yes.
And I'm like, no, I'm not just coming to entertain you.
Yes.
So it's frustrating.
Yes.
And then also the fact that what else? You know, people don't want to pay.
Yes.
The money you charge.
Yes.
So they feel, why should I pay you?
yeah.
I've had somebody say, is it not just to make people laugh?
And if it's make you go to your house and make yourself laugh.
I'm like,
Yes.
okay, I say maybe you should you know, call your husband to come and make people laugh.
Yes.
Because since it was a wedding,
yeah.
you know. She wanted me to come and, you know, do something at the wedding.
Yes.
And I charged, and she was like, for what?
For what?
Is it not just to make people laugh? I'm maybe
wow.
your husband should do it.
Yes. No, the thing is, people don't understand that, you know, these crafts are not only a way for us to make a living, but also they are going to sustain you. How many people say laughter is medicine?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you want to get the medicine that makes you have no side effects? You understand?
Exactly.
Yeah, and so we have to really educate our people that, you know, comedy is part of a craft, and it's something that can also are you not only supporting me, you are also supporting yourself, because you are going to laugh, you're going to enjoy, and you're going to have fun. So, I mean, there's so much we can talk about, and I really want us to continue this. But we are going to take a short break.
Yep.
And then we come back. I want us to do mother tongue. Then you're going to give us some advice of what you can advise people, especially immigrants in America.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, we are back with CY. CY, I don't want to talk about you only the disappointment, but tell me about your thriving. Give me examples.
In America?
Yes.
One thing America does is America is a leveler. If that makes sense, it means once you come in here, first of all, nobody cares about who you are, what you have.
Yes.
You know, as long as you're paying your bills, that's the most important thing here. That's something I want people to understand, that America reorientates you about life.
Yeah, that's very true.
You know, because where we come from, we don't have the middle class. We have the extremely rich and extremely poor.
Yes.
But when you come here, it's like nobody really cares about all that.
Yes.
You know, whether you're rich, because back home, you see somebody drives a very big car and call him big man, chairman.
Yes.
Chairman.
Yeah. Here, the richest sometimes wear just jeans that have holes.
Trust me.
Like Richard Branson or whatever his name is, the owner of Virgin Atlantic. You don't know the man is a billionaire.
Mark Zuckerberg wears a t-shirt like I'm wearing every day. So that's one thing America teaches you to, it brings you to a point where you're humble. It humbles you. And
it does, yeah.
America humbles you.
Yes.
And makes you start thinking like a human being, not like an animal.
Yes. I understand. Explain to me a little bit more why you say an animal and human. Why are you comparing the two?
Because where we come from, he understands what I'm talking about.
Yes.
You know, back home, we don't respect rule of law.
Yes.
There's so much. It's like it's chaos.
That's
bribery.
Yes.
You know, crime everywhere, and people are above the law.
Yes.
Like in America, Trump just got convicted. Can a president in Africa be convicted?
Never.
Have they ever arrested?
Never.
You understand?
Yes.
So, but it's like, and that's like a jungle.
Yes.
I'm not trying to run down where we're coming from, but it's just the reality of it.
The thing is, there are two things we have to compare. When it comes to culture, I think our African culture is supreme.
It's supreme.
It's
I would
supreme,
agree
yes.
to that
Yeah,
because if I think it's just the leadership.
Yes, it's the leadership.
It's the
yes,
leadership.
yeah.
But our culture is the best.
It's the
Trust
best,
me,
yeah.
it's the best culture in
Yes,
terms of lifestyle, respect,
yeah.
and
the food we
the
eat,
food,
the music,
dressing,
the dancing.
exactly.
There's so much there to.
Another thing, communal living.
Yes, hey.
Honestly, you can attest to this. You
Yes.
can literally go to your neighbor's house that you don't even know, like, I'm hungry, I want to eat.
And you get some food.
And you get some food. You can't try it here.
Yes.
They'll shoot you.
No, they will shoot you. Not only that, here you hear people of cases of a person died for a year. Nobody
knows.
the person dead. Because people don't check on each other.
Exactly.
People don't have, quote, quote, they have relatives, but they have distanced themselves from their relatives.
Exactly.
It's not that they have distant relatives. They have distanced themselves from their relatives.
And here your mother grows old. Here your mother grows old. You carry them and go and drop them in old. Back home you try it. But your mother. I will curse you.
That's what I wanted to say. The whole village will curse you.
They will.
And then they will talk about you. Look at this woman. She took the mother. Where? How?
Your uncle will call you.
Yes.
Your auntie will call you. Your cousins. So you allow your mother suffer. You want your mother to suffer.
You're going to suffer.
You will see.
Yeah.
Thunder will fire you.
Yes. I mean, so I like that about the culture. Our culture is supreme. Our culture brings us together. And it's actually what makes us live longer because we are always there for each other.
Yeah.
During good times, during bad times, you're always there for one another. Here, sometimes you can be alone.
Yep.
You have to, it's like you have to call people, hey, I'm doing something.
Yeah,
and everybody says, remember the story of the Bible where Jesus said, my Lord was hosting a party and called the chiefs and the kings. Nobody
came. Then he was like, okay, let's call the
everyone in the streets,
everybody,
the beggars. That's what.
And that's how we are in Nigeria.
Yes.
Somebody might just be walking past, like this happened. Someone was walking past a funeral where they were having like a reception for a funeral. And he just walked past and he sat down. He didn't know what was happening. He started crying.
Yes.
They said, he said, what's wrong? He said, this woman was a very good woman. They say, no, he said, it's not a woman. He said, he's a man. He said, he used to behave like a man sometimes. He said, bring rice.
That's another story. Because now that talks about the poverty in our countries. That's a different story there. I tell you. Bring rice. Because you know what you were saying? That's funny. But hold up. There's two things you're saying in that story. Bring rice. The man need to eat. Of course.
Exactly.
And of course, we'll give him, the culture give him food.
They will bring food.
Yes.
And you think it's enough.
Yes.
You say, oh my God, when they give him the rice, oh my God, how he had 3 children. 3 children, what will his children survive? He said, no, he didn't have any children. He said, no, because he let them go. He sent his children away. Bring drink.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. No, but what you're saying, I understand. And I wanted to add one more thing, Siwa. On that aspect of food, what makes America works is the efficiency. You see now, and this is one thing I just want to say, you see now we have different things like the system works.
Yeah.
So the poor also, they are catered for.
Exactly.
Now, if in Kenya, for example, people who live in slums area, if they have nothing, they have nothing.
Yeah.
They are going to sleep with no food or no nothing. So what I'm trying to say is that as much as we're here in America, if we can borrow the good that is from here and take it home, and when we are in Africa, bring the good that is in Africa and bring it here, then we'll be a whole full person.
So let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Do you think that because sometimes when you look at America, even because of the availability of all these resources, it kind of makes some of them lazy.
Yes.
So do you think if we do that in Africa, you think it will make us, because we are very creative, enterprising people. And it stems from the
necessity.
hardship.
Yes, yeah.
Like one of my friends would say, hunger begets talent.
Yes. That's true. You're gonna find your
Exactly.
talent.
Once you're hungry, you
Yes.
start thinking of being
Yes.
creative, and
Yes.
that's why the biggest content
Yes.
creators in the world are from Africa.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah.
But see, this is the thing. There's so much we can do or say because of time. We don't have time to go to all
Yeah.
that. But the truth of the matter is, as you were saying, I don't think if we bring these systems back home, it will make us lazy. Because at the same time, a person, after they eat, they now start thinking, what else can I do? All human beings are like that. Many of us, especially as Africans, we start thinking, now that I have food, what about taking my child to a better school? Or what about buying a new
Exactly.
house? You understand?
Exactly.
So I think for us Africans, we just need the opportunity, we need the resources, we need the government to help us. As if we are here, we also need to help our people back home. But that's a story for another day. Now, to end the show, what advice would you give any young artist coming to America?
Oh, that's like at the tip of my finger. First
Yes.
of all, coming to America, you're coming to start all over again. Yeah, don't come with that celebrity or superstar mentality because you're going to be depressed.
Yes, yes.
And also find something else to do apart from whatever your talent.
yes,
Find something else to do.
yes.
At least to sustain you to pay the bills,
Yes.
pending when the career starts to peak.
yes.
You know, because I mean, I did the same when I came.
Yes,
Started
we
doing.
all did the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a story.
Even now, we're still doing the
we're
same
still
thing.
we're still doing it because
Yes,
if you
uh-huh.
don't, Uncle Tom, they will come for the album.
Yes, yes. Go ahead, tell me your short story.
So you know, I was trying to. One of the things I did, you know, like when I came, Amazon delivery.
Yes.
I used to deliver for Amazon. Yeah, when I came. And I remember I took a package to one of these places in Virginia, Hendron.
Yes.
You know, white people, they like building houses inside forest. I don't know what they are looking for inside the forest. And I drove 1 hour,
Yes.
got there, came out, took the package. Very quiet place. I
Yes.
walked into the compound. I was like, is there nobody living here? And then as I was walking forward, I heard footsteps following me behind. I was like, what's going on? Something said, turn back. I said, no. Then I started hearing, immediately I turned. I saw two heavy dogs facing me. I didn't know when I greeted them, good morning, sir. You know, when you see
Yes.
what is more than you, you have to respect.
Yes. That's our African culture.
I said, good morning. I started explaining myself. I said, my name is Siwa.
To the dogs.
I have a family in Nigeria. I came to hustle here. I came to look for what to
And the dog is
True life story. And the owner just came out. I'm like, oh, come, they can't bite. I say, this one cannot bite.
Yeah,
He said, they are not going to bite.
That's you, yeah.
I'm like, I'm
No,
not, sir, this thing is looking like something that is. And immediately I remember where I come from in
Yes.
Nigeria, Calabar.
Yes.
We have this relationship with dogs. Oh, yeah. Immediately, I remember that I started speaking to them and say, immediately I started speaking my language. The dog did. They sat down and I took off.
So one of the talents of Calabar people is they communicate with
I'm
animals.
telling you.
Well, that's good because you have brought us to a segment that talks about what languages that you just spoke.
It's called EFIK. EFIK. EFIK.
EFIK.
That's
EFIK.
EFIK, yes.
EFIK is the ethnic group you come from.
Yes.
Okay, so you speak EFIK.
EFIK.
EFIK. Aha. Now, when you were growing up, I'm sure you were told two proverbs.
Oh, yes.
To help you to stay straight.
Exactly.
What are those two proverbs? And tell me the meaning.
The one I remember so well is the one my mom is always saying. She will say, Ama could tap a yonro.
Hey. What does
That means if it's like saying when you hear a slap, you're going to bend.
Oh.
So what it simply means is you're going to a place that is dangerous.
Yes.
Once you get into the trap, that's when you know you're in trouble.
Wow. Once you get into the place, that's
so
when
it's
you
like we're telling you you're not listening.
Yes.
When you hear, you're going to bend.
Oh, wow.
So in other words, they are trying to tell you what you're doing is wrong.
But experience is gonna be your best teacher.
Exactly. That's the word.
Yes.
Experience is the best teacher.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the next one.
Next one is there's this one she used to say I'm trying to remember how she says it in my language. She says it's a long one though.
Okay.
It's a very long one.
I don't mind it.
She'll say Amegamandi.
I'm going to say it too.
Amegamandi inamso yundinam.
Inamso yuminam.
Yeah. But uru gemege.
Uru mege. No.
But uru gemege. Nditang si di tie na idi.
Wow.
Okay, let me explain what that means. It means you are free to make choices in this life, but you can never choose the outcome of your choice.
Oh, wow. That's deep. Oh, that's so true. That's so true. People need to understand that the decisions you make have what? Consequences. And those consequences, you might not like them.
He said,
but
in this life, you're free to make any choice.
Yeah.
But you see the consequences, you can't choose it. It comes on its own.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, see why that was the second one was even much better than the first one. And I just want to say thank you. Before you go, what's cooking in your part of performing arts? Where are you next? What's going on? How can you find you on social media?
Okay, social media, my handle is CY Comedy TV1 on Instagram. On TikTok, CY is spelled CEEY Comedy TV1. On TikTok, the same thing. On YouTube, CY Comedy TV1. And what else? What platform? Then Facebook, Kingsley CY Oba. Kingsley CNY Oba. And what else? Which other platform do we have? I'm on Twitter. I'm not so active on Twitter. X.
Yeah, me too. I'm not so active on that stuff,
because I hear it's a very dangerous place there. So
no.
So I think TikTok, Instagram,
and Facebook.
I'm very active there.
Okay, cool. And tell us what's next for you.
This December, I'm cooking something with my friend Isaac Gerald.
Yes.
Yeah, we're doing we're coming together to do a show. It's called Best of Both Worlds, comedy and music.
Oh, well, I hope I'll be one of those people.
You took it out of my mouth.
Siwa, I like to be with Siwa because he brings up the best comedians all over Africa, and we usually just have blast.
Fun. Yes. So we're having Best of Both Worlds December. Well, the dates will be communicated. Then next year, I'm taping another special. This time around, I'm about to tell the story of my life. It's should I drop the title? No, I won't drop the title.
We're gonna keep that. Yeah, we will keep that until so that we just keep them guessing. Yeah. But it's been a pleasure, CY. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
You have made my show. I'm sure I have gotten subscribers.
Yep.
I'm sure we have touched a lot of people to realize, yes, you can make it anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world.
As long as you have the passion.
Exactly.
And so we are going to move on to our last segment where we do our diaspora music. And I have my sister, my friend. Her name is Tumid. Tumid is going to we are just going to play one of her songs, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her music because we are almost out of time. And then we are going to find out where she is performing because she has a big performance coming up. So this time, can we listen? Are we going to be listening to Tolu music here? So this one is it throwback? Tolu, you'll tell us when we come back. But this is Tolu music. Listen, please.
Everything you see is everything
everything I choose to be. My hair is natural in me. My hair, yes, is natural in me. Sometimes I rock and roll, sometimes I let it flow. Might even rock afro, extend and let it flow. Grace is good for me, Tumid, me. Everything you see is everything I choose to be. My hair is natural in me. My hair is natural in me.
Yes, 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 yes. Oh, naturally. Tolu, Tolu, Tolu. This is my sister, all the way from Nigeria, and she lives in the USA right now. And I have known Tolu for a long time. She's actually, are you the chair of the Grammy community in the DMV area? Am I saying the right word? Am I saying it right? You can tell everybody, but she's also, of course, she's a musician, a singer, songwriter. And Tolu, tell us a little bit about that song. We can't hear her. Please unmute if you are muted. All right, Tolu, hold on. We can play the music a little bit.
Take me back in time. Old school throwback.
Got it? Tolu, Tolu, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh,
Can you hear
perfect.
me?
Yes, yes, Tolu. I just want to say welcome. I know we're going to have just very few minutes, but tell me a little bit more about Naturally Me and Throwback. Tell me why you wrote those songs.
Well, I wrote those songs. First of all, Naturally Me was a song about hair. And in that song, I'm sharing about what makes me feel naturally cool. And I figured a lot of people could relate to that and how they wear their hair is what they choose to do to make themselves feel naturally beautiful,
Yes.
however way you rock or you style your hair. And Throwback was a song about me reminiscing about good times and looking through photos and videos and feeling blessed to have great memories
Yes.
in my lifetime and knowing that many others have good memories that fill them with joy.
Yes, yes. And you
So,
know, me,
yeah.
me and you have been singing for a long time, been
Yes,
performing for a
indeed.
long time. And I know, we know right now the music industry is just, it's all over the place. We used to sell CDs. Now they don't want to buy our CDs no more. Eh? We're over here just hustling on digital. But what makes you keep doing music, even though, we might not be where we're not the, what you call them? We're not the diamonds. What's the guy in the Nigeria? I forget his name. Eh? Hey, what's the other one? The famous Nigerian musician all over the world.
Oh, there's lots of them.
Afrobeats, the
Burner
So
Boy.
many.
Burna
There's
Boy,
Burna Boy,
Wizkid, and all that.
Davido, Tiwa
What?
Savage, Yemi Alade,
Yes,
Asha.
yes. But
We have
what
a lot.
makes you? What
We
makes
have a
you
lot.
keep
And
doing
shout
your
out to
music?
all those artists that are bringing Africa to the world,
Yes,
Afrobeats,
yes,
Afrofusion,
yes,
pretty much all genres of African music and African cultural representation to the world.
yes. So
And which is what I'm doing to the
yes.
best of my ability. I call my music Suyaso.
Uh-huh.
So it's, of course, soul music flavor with some spice, African spice.
And what makes you
But
keep doing your music?
what makes you grateful for the gift
Uh-huh.
of singing and songwriting, and so that's the gift that keeps giving. And
Yes.
so I figured I'll continue to share this
Uh-huh.
gift and enthusiasm I
Yes.
have for
Yes. Uh-huh.
singing and for sharing African culture to,
Yes. You know
of
what?
course, to my fellow diaspora, but also to enlighten others about music,
Mm-hmm.
about our culture, and kind of give them some feel good vibes while I'm doing so as well.
Exactly. Because one thing I
Yeah.
say is we are 7 billion in this world. So there is
Yeah.
something for everyone. Suya
Really,
soul, somebody is appreciating and dancing to it out there. Afrobeat, Mama Africa, Anna, somebody is appreciating. So if you have a talent, never stop using your talent because somebody somewhere appreciates it. And therefore,
yes,
for this Tolu, I say thank you. I know you have a show coming up. Please tell us
yes.
when, where, and how to follow you.
Oh, thank you. My show is going to be on June the 13th. It's at the Carlisle Room, which is in Washington, D.C. It's a restaurant, live venue. I'm going to be there with some amazing, talented musicians. I encourage everyone to just visit my website, tolumidemusic.com, to get tickets. Get tickets, and you also have to reserve your seat. So simply go to my website for more information, or you can go to Carlisle's website and purchase the tickets directly there. And just to make and also to share, I wanted to also share that last year I did get elected to be a governor with the Recording Academy Washington DC chapter board. So thank you so much for mentioning that. I just wanted to
Yes,
share that
yes.
I am
You got
honored
to,
and
yes.
grateful
Uh-huh.
for that. Certainly to be elected by my peers and be on a board with amazing other talented record industry artists and executives and talents and creatives that are advocating for really for each and every one of us. So,
Most
and I'm
definitely.
excited about the new category that just got added
Uh-huh.
for African music. Yes,
Which one is this?
African music is on the map. So
What's
I'm
the
grateful for the
what's
opportunity.
the category, if I may say?
African music performance.
African music.
African music
Oh, we gotta
performances.
win that one.
Yes, there's room for all the creatives. So, I encourage all of us African artists to continue to create, produce, publish your music, and certainly you just publishing it, and it puts you in the running race
That's true.
to
That's true.
possibly,
That's very
enter
true.
your projects
Yeah.
as well, and
Yeah.
and be considered
Yeah.
for
I remember
the
Tolu
most-
insisted that I
yes.
should put my children's CD in the category for children music
Oh,
and in
really?
the
Yes.
Grammys. And guess what? I made it to the first round of the Grammys
Yes,
with that
you
CD.
did.
Yes,
Yes, you did.
Shukrani. Yes.
Yes, you
And so
Wow.
now I can put it in my, very soon I'm going to have a Wikipedia.
Yeah, exactly.
And I put
Indeed.
that in
Yes,
there.
indeed.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So I want to say thank you, Tolu. Tolu, thank you
Thank
so much. Please check Tolu on your Instagrams at Tolumide.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
Tolumide. It's spelled TOLUMIDE.
Uh-huh.
Music, music.com.
Mhm.
And all my socials are simply just my name, Tolumide, TOLUMIDE.
Hey,
Love to hear
Tolumide.
from anyone that's listened to the music. I enjoyed you guys' conversation. See why I
thank
get to see you
Yeah,
there.
I know, right? I was like, I know that's my sister there.
Yes, 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 yes.
Elsewhere in the building,
I
Nigeria in the
know,
building,
right?
Africa in the building.
I
Yes,
tells you.
Yes, yes, sir. So
Yeah.
thank you so much, my sister Tolu. Thank you.
Thank
We're
you.
gonna come back to close up the show with Tolu music.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Super Anamwalago Mama Africa.
Thank you,
Thank you
Tolu.
so much
Yes.
for sharing your gift, and sharing, highlighting all of us in the
Yes, we
diaspora
gotta
that are,
do it for
doing
each
something
other.
with this gift.
Yes.
Our various unique gifts.
Thank you.
Take care. God bless.
God bless. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, 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 bye.
Bye.
Wow. So we had an amazing show today. See why I think we're gonna have to get you back, man.
Exactly.
They-
We're coming back. We're
Yes,
coming back.
we're gonna have to. We
Definitely.
missed a lot of things. See why we needed to talk about. The Wahala is too much. It cannot be
I'm
covered
telling
in
you.
one
But please
session.
let them know that they've changed the Nigerian national anthem.
Yes, I'm going to
Yes.
let them know that for sure. I want to thank you for listening to us today. We had a wonderful show. I encourage you to send me, your Proverbs, we can share them live. Thank you for listening to us wherever you are. We come to you live from the USA and going global all over the world. And this is Mama Africa Show. My name is Anna Mwalago, aka Mama Africa. And before I go, I just want to say that I will be performing at St. Augustine Church for their Juneteenth celebration, June 16th. And also, I'll be going to Atlanta June 21st, I believe, if not the 22nd, to honor Dr. Ngugi wa Thiong'o with my fellow Kenyans. So I will send you more information about that. You can check my website, anamwalago.com, or my Instagram, Mama Africa Anna, my website, what else again? TikTok, Mama Africa Anna, what else? YouTube.com, Mama Africa Anna, and of course, I just want to say, love yourself, love one another till next week, Friday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. I'm out.